Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Rory and James podcast. I'm James and I'm here with Rory. Hello, Rory.
Hello, James.
Well, we've got another interesting episode this week. This is about a song that we've produced, which we'll play at the end of this chat. Rory, I wonder if you want to just give us a bit of a sort of introduction to this song. This is another one that you wrote,
Mm.
and it's called "Traveling on a Train."
Well, it's called travelling, but the basis of it is very much a train, so you can call it either. It comes from the original concept was from 2008, believe it or not, and it was written on guitar originally, and it was inspired by my travel training, which was done mostly on trains, and that's why I got used to it, and that's where the idea of the song stems from.
Brilliant. So, how long ago roughly are we talking when this was written?
Uh, 18 years ago.
Blimey, there we go. Well, that's a good start from the outset, really. How long
Yeah.
that's been.
Gosh.
So because what's interesting is you've written it all that time ago, but
Mm.
we only got round to recording this one recently. So correct me if I'm wrong. You had an original recording,
Mm.
which and that was mainly just guitar and your singing and stuff, or was there more to it than that?
I was working with a guitarist at the time who we just improvised the song. It was from the same group of sessions that inspired songs like Bus Stop and indeed Portrait on the Wall that appeared in other podcasts. And I think I played it to you, didn't I? And then the idea came to extend the song and to build it up and so on in the way that you'll hear later in the episode.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Mm.
should we talk through the process? Because this has been a similar thing we've done on other songs now, where it sort of started with us doing a rough cut, but things like we had. I think that what's unique for this one is you found a drum track
Mm.
for this. So, do you want to talk through that a little bit? Because that was quite a unique thing we haven't really done before.
Well, yeah, we. I was trying to choose the most likely sequence of or drum pattern samples that I could, uh, as I would naturally hear the song, and also I wanted to extend the song further lyrically. I'll come to that in a second. And one of the aspects of the you'll hear it in the opening lines of the song. There are lines that match exactly, and there are those that aren't. So, for example, in the opening section, it says, I think it's in the first chorus or the first chorus. I think it says, "Traveling on a train. When will I see you again?" So if you like, the second again isn't. So the first it says train. Now you could say train and again, but this says literally says train and again, and there are these deliberate misrhymes that I've put there because some of them are balanced, like who's the person in the next seat? Are they a friend you've yet to meet?
Hmm.
Is in one of the verses. Whereas the end of one of the choruses says, "Meet me at the end of the line. Please just tell me the time." So there
Hmm.
are some balance, some imbalance.
Oh,
No, so there are all these kind of, uh, as I say, exact rhymes and non-exact rhymes, so that really I can put the words in that I wanted and not always sacrifice the music for the words or the words for the music. And there are instances for and against, but more often than not, people sacrifice words that they want to use. So I was um, I was just adding in words I really wanted to put in, and it does work as an overall track. Also, for me, you'll hear in the basis of the chorus ends with that meet me at the end of the line, please just tell me the time, and the last kind of verse section used to be um, standing at the window waiting to catch a glimpse of your face, and I can't wait to see you, and that was when the lyrical content would finish, and then it would go round to the chorus and end. In this version,
right.
what we've done, or is I have because he says I can't wait to see you. I've added in a verse where the character who I'm playing generically in the lyrics, not just me, anybody, has got back on the train with the person they're visiting to take them back to their house
Right.
as a thank you. So it becomes almost a full story. So we've added more to the story and more to the we added guitars, your guitar in this case because it was a fresh guitar track made by you. we had the drums you mentioned. We also had the harmonica, and mirroring our last musical expressions, we also added in the real train sounds as well as the music, so that what you hear sounds very entire.
Yeah. And one other thing, include so we've had the uniqueness of the drum track, which we haven't done before, but also we've got the harmonica section as well. Do you want to talk through how that came to be in the song?
Well, that was quite interesting because my dad uh, separately mentioned that I should play the harmonica because I'm not very good with dexterity instruments. He came up with the idea of this sort of harmonica-ing basis, and I had these harmonicas with me at my desk here on the table. So the idea came to add those in. But when it comes to playing that, a lot of the stuff you hear on YouTube, if they talk about doing harmonica sessions or harmonica tuition sessions from YouTube, you blow into the harmonica, and you also draw, which means you take a breath in. So you've got a note forward and then a note back. They've got a full range of stuff, but they make it very technical. And I'm by virtue a very instinctive, non-technical musical person, not necessarily a musician, technically a musical person. So I just guessed roughly where the sounds were, and just randomly produced what I thought would be train whistling sounds or whatever it is,
Right.
via the harmonica.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, that's another really interesting. I think that gives the whole song a lot of depth to it, because you've got the drums, the guitar, the vocals, then the harmonica, and then those train sounds underneath. So it's quite a full song, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, certainly, when you hear the sound, when you hear the song, and in this case, we're giving you all the information before you hear it, so you have to make your own interpretations. But when I hear the song, it feels like we're with a full band. Literally, there's even though we've compiled the instruments in this case, it feels as if if a band is with us. Like somebody who's outside with playing the guitar might bring a drum machine, and we've actually composed all of the parts so that it sounds as if you're hearing a very entire thing. But you get famous musicians like Paul McCartney, for example, who will play their own instruments on their own albums entirely, drums, guitar, music. So we've done that to this song in a very sort of layered way, which is different from what we would do at Orpheus at times, because Orpheus, when you and I were there, would just because we had to perform that night or that day, would just be on a piano or whatever, or a guitar or a trumpet. But in this case, we've had the time to compile lots of things.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I think we've gone into quite a bit of detail there. Is there any other sort of comments you wanted to say about the song before we play it to the audience?
I just think it brings it into particularly having the real world sounds are really good to hear, and I really enjoy the fact that we've gone to the effort we have done, but it sounds so smooth once it's all done. And we intend to follow up in the future with tracks again which use real world sounds and sound very entire, but actually we've very, very purposely and creatively put them together with reasonable technique in a studio type sound anyway.
Yeah. So well, on that, I think that's enough intros. We'll play the song now, and as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop us a comment in the video, let us know what you think.
Definitely.
And we'll be back soon for another one.
See you then. Thank you. Here's the song. I like to ride on a train, not a car, a bike, a bus or a plane. See the world as you pass by. Think of moments that made you laugh, memories that made you cry. Traveling on the train, when will I see you again? Trying to keep my life on the tracks, they can't hold me back. Meet me at the end of the line. Just tell me the time. Who's the person in the next seat? Are they a friend you've yet to meet? Are they Mr. Wrong or Miss Right? Oh, you just pass like ships in the night, traveling on the train. When will I see you again? Trying to keep my life on the tracks. They can't hold me back. Leave me at the end of the line. Please just tell me the time. Standing at the window, see your face, you smile, and I can't wait. Later we're back on the train. Nice to see you again. Nice to chat as we ride on the tracks. What time are we back? Once we reach our stop on the line, we'll go for a supper at night.